Hello, hello. Good evening, powerful women of abundance. Lordine Jean-Francois here. Coach Lou, your host with Love and Light, on Love and Light with Lou. Affirming you all are well. So excited to be here with you all today. And I can't wait to get into today's topic. I'm going to give folks a few minutes to get in the room and also give Princeton some time to stop barking, my Yorkie. It's like they have this like radar, like as soon as I get on, they start to go off. So hopefully they settle down in time for us to get into today's topic. Again, my name is Lordine Jean-Francois, Coach Lou. This is Love and Light with Lou. And we come together every Wednesday at 7:45 to discuss all things related to women empowerment, mastering our emotions and mastering our minds so we can intentionally create the lives that we desire and we deserve. So we can own our power and intentionally create the lives we desire and we deserve. So give folks a few minutes to get in the room. Give the dogs a second to calm down. I tell you, one of the cons to working from home, right? All the noise and all the things, whether it's babies crying, dogs barking, you get all of that. Doors opening, alarms going off. It just comes with the territory. All right, let's see. I'm gonna pull up my notes here. Today I'm sharing with you all a 4-step method. This 4-step method that puts fear and the inner critic right in their place. Come on. That's what we're talking about today. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. So good to have you on. Drop a comment, say hello so I can know that you're here. Hey, Denise. Wow. How's it going? How's it going? I think this is your first time joining me for Love and Light with Lou. It's so good to see you. So good to see you. I was just mentioning that my dogs are going off in the background, but let me be quiet because it sounds like they're quiet now. Hopefully. Okay. All right. All right. Affirming everyone as well. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Affirming everyone as well. This is Love and Light with Lou. I am your host, Coach Lou, Women's Empowerment Coach, Wellness Consultant, founder and CEO of Abundant Consulting LLC, and creator of this amazing group, Powerful Women of Abundance. We come together every Wednesday at 7:45 to discuss all things pertaining to women's empowerment, where I share tips and tools with you all so you can learn how to master your energy, master your emotions, master your mind, so that you can own your power and win. Own your power and win and have all that you desire. Yes, because you can. And so today we are talking about fear, the inner critic, and I'm sharing a 4-step process that puts fear and the inner critic right in their place, okay? When I learned this method, I was so very thankful for it because it really helped me navigate overwhelming and intense anxiety at a very, very difficult time in my life. So I am so excited to share this method with you all today. All right. So I love this, this acronym for fear: false evidence appearing real, right? False evidence appearing real. The reason why this acronym resonates with me is because based on my research, what I know to be true is that 80 to 90% of the time, the worst case scenarios that our minds tend to come up with never happen. Never happen. And in addition to that, 70 to 80% of the time, if we are faced with a challenging situation, we handle that situation better than we thought we would, right? Way better than we thought we would. And who can relate to that? You get all nervous, anxiety starts to get the best of you, and you have all these fearful and worrisome thoughts about doing a thing, and then as soon as you do the thing and the thing is over, you realize it wasn't even that bad. And you realize I did much better than I thought I was going to, right? And so for that very reason, fear can in fact be false evidence appearing real, right? I love this quote by Oprah Winfrey. Oprah is one of my idols, icon, you name it, okay? She says, whatever you fear has no power. It is your fear that has the power. And I don't know about you, but I've often allowed my fear to get in the way of me owning my power, right? And pursuing my goals and the things that matter to me. Hello, thank you for joining. Drop a heart, drop a comment, let me know you're here. We're talking about this 4-step process that puts fear and the inner critic in their place, all right? I'm so glad you could join. And so it isn't even the fear that has whatever you fear has no power. It is your fear that has the power. So we end up giving so much of our power away when we give into fear, when we give into this false evidence appearing real. And your mind, just like my mind, it does this thing. It catastrophizes everything. And that looks like the what if thinking, right? That what if, hello, Q, what's up? Good to see you. It's that what if thinking. What if this goes wrong? What if that goes wrong, right? And usually those what if scenarios are some of the most extravagant scenarios, unbelievable scenarios, right? But our minds just have this ability that can sometimes work in our favor to forecast us so far into the future and really rob us of our ability to own our power right here in the present moment. Always good to see you, Q. I'm surprised you're able to get on. I know the salon is popping, right? So I'm glad you're able to join. And congratulations on returning to the salon as well. Congratulations. Hey Danny. Good to see you on. And so when we understand that it is not whatever you fear is not what has the power. It is your fear that has the power. The false evidence appearing real, the what if thinking that we end up giving our power. You're very welcome, Q. Giving our power away to. And what happens, right? What happens when that fear comes up, and I see this every day in my private practice, in my coaching practice, I see this every single day. Women giving their permission away, giving fear their permission to keep them stuck, right? Giving the false evidence appearing real, the permission, right? Because you gotta give it permission, right? In order for it to be in your way. Giving it permission to keep us stuck, right? And so what are we stuck in? We're stuck in dead-end jobs. We're stuck in dead-end relationships. We're stuck living dead-end lives. And what I mean by that is lives that are not in alignment with our soul's desires, our purpose here on earth, lives that are not aligned with the goals, the things that matter to us, our why, right? And so many of us are living in this dead-end space because we've given our power away to fear. And I want to add, in addition to that, every day, I also see what happens when women decide to say no to fear. When women decide to say no to giving in to that false evidence appearing real, right? When they decide to choose courage in the face of fear because their desires, their goals, their wants, their needs matter to them so much that they're willing to feel uncomfortable. They're willing to challenge themselves. They're willing to deal with the discomfort that comes along with pursuing the lives that they desire and they deserve, right? It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not a walk in the park. It's not a piece of cake, but it's worth it to them. So every day, hey Ms., thank you. Thank you for joining. Every day I see women in both places, women operating from a place of fear, false evidence appearing real, fear of self, fear of others, fear of love, fear of God. I see people operating from this place, but I also see women operating from a place of love of self, love of others, love of self as God, love of God, right? And that shift really determines whether we fully step into our power and our purpose. So it's a big deal. It's a big deal to really understand how false evidence appearing real, if we allow it, can get in the way. Q says amen. Ms. gives praying hands. Thank you. And Lordine's four-legged furry background fans. Yes, Dandy. Let's not even bring them up because they're quiet. and Shantae just got home, so she has them under control. Thank goodness, right? And so I'm here to tell you that you don't have to let fear get in your way. You don't have to be overwhelmed with emotions and unpleasant thoughts to the point of paralysis, to the point of not pursuing the life that you desire and you deserve, the abundance, the loving relationships, the career, that business that you want to create. You don't have to let fear get in your way any longer. And I'm hoping that this 4-step process that I'm going to share with you all can help you make the shift, right? Help you make the shift from fear to courage, from fear to love. All right, so take this 4-step process down. This is the DARE method. This comes out of Brian McCullough's book, and the title of the book is DARE, right? And I love it because when you think about fear and how important it is to be daring and to be brave in the face of fear, it just works, right? So it's a 4-step process. I love acronyms because they're easy to remember, and I love a clear process. So here we go. Let's take this down. So the DARE method. D stands for diffuse, okay? And so whenever we experience fear, oftentimes when we experience fear, what's not too far behind that feeling is the what if machine, right? The what if thinking. So when you diffuse those thoughts, instead of thinking what if, I want you to say, so what? Okay? So instead of saying what if, I want you to say, so what? And that's how you diffuse. That's how you put a stop to that what if train getting the best of you, right? So instead of what if, we want to say so what. All right? So what? So what's the worst that can happen? So what? All right? That's how you diffuse. A is for allow. Okay? Now when I learned this process, this particular step was challenging for me, right? So when you allow, what you're doing is you're allowing the sensations that come up when we experience fear, when we experience anxiety. Hey, Jeanette, so good to see you. Thank you for joining. You're allowing those sensations to come up, allowing them to ebb and flow so they can run their course, right? So that you can move past those sensations, right? So you want to allow the heart beating, the heart racing, allow yourself to be present with what's coming up in your body, because it's the resistance of those things, right, that causes them to last even longer. So you want to allow, you want to ride the wave. And so think of it this way: fear, anxiety has its ups and its downs, right? So you might be at your high peak, but eventually the wave has to come back down. Hey, Ms., thank you. Okay, so we have diffuse, step 1, allow, ride the wave, step 2. Step 3, now this one, I'm gonna share, this is a counterintuitive approach to fear and anxiety now. So be prepared to do some things that you've not done before, okay? You wanna run toward. The R stands for run toward. And what does that look like? It looks like kind of taunting what's coming up in your body and asking for more of it. For example, if your heart is beating out of control, is that all you have? Is that all you got? Heart, beat faster, right? If your palms are sweaty, right, you're asking for more of what's coming up that feels uncomfortable. It tricks your mind into thinking that you're actually enjoying it. It tricks your mind into thinking that you're actually enjoying it. So instead of resisting it, actually allowing it to be present and asking for more of it sends a signal to the mind that you're actually excited about what's going on. Right? And that helps to move along the process, right? This process of riding the wave, okay? So we have diffuse, step 1, instead of what if, we're saying so what. Allow, step 2, so ride that wave, okay? Ebbs and flows, let it go up and down, ride that wave. Step 3, we are running toward, we are asking for more, right? We are tricking our mind into thinking that we're actually having a good time, okay? And then the 4th step is engage. Right? The 4th step is engage. And what that looks like, it looks like fully immersing yourself in what you're doing in the present moment. Okay? So when you engage, you're giving the activity right in front of you 100% of your attention. And the anxiety, hey Sarah, so good to see you. Thank you for joining. The anxiety doesn't have to go away. Right? You can allow it to ride alongside of you, right? But the difference here is it's not in the driver's seat, okay? It is not in the driver's seat, all right? So I'll do a recap. We talked about this 4-step process that puts fear and the inner critic in their place, okay? Because we know 80 to 90% of the worst case scenarios we think about never happen, right? The worst case scenarios that our minds play out, right, to the greatest fashion, to the greatest degree, oftentimes never happen. And 70 to 80% of the time when we do face challenging situations, we handle them much better than we give ourselves credit for. So because we know these 2 very important things, right, we don't have to be overcome by fear. All right. So what we want to do, we want to diffuse. We want to diffuse the fear by saying, so what, instead of what if. We want to allow ourselves to just ride the wave, because the truth is what your body is doing it's your body's way of trying to protect you. Good to see you, Sarah. Sarah says, hey, good to see you. It's your body's way of trying to protect you. So you want to allow the body to do what it does instead of trying to resist its natural process, okay? You also want to run toward, ask for more of what scares you. Hey, Shani, so good to see you. Thank you for watching. Ask for more of what scares you, because when you do that, when you ask for more, you're tricking your mind into thinking that you're actually excited, which takes the power out of fear. Okay? And lastly, we want to engage. We want to be mindful. We want to be present. We want to be fully connected as best as possible to what's going on in this present moment. Now, it doesn't mean that the anxiety goes away, or the fear goes away. What it does mean, though, is that it's riding alongside of you instead of in the driver's seat. Okay? All right, I hope this was helpful. I'm always excited to share these quick, handy dandy tips and tools with you all, because it really is my mission to support each and every one of you with realizing your true power. And fear gets in the way of that, right? So let's master that. Let's master that energy by being aware of what it really is. False evidence appearing real. Okay? All right. If you have not done so already, hey, Miss Shelly, what's up, lady? How are things going at the store? Always good to see you. Thank you for joining. I want to remind you all of my masterclass that's coming up this Saturday. Jeanette, you're so very welcome. Thank you so much. Jeanette says thanks for your knowledge and support. You're very welcome. It is my absolute pleasure. You know, I help where I once hurt. Okay, so this is my life's work, and I appreciate you for being here and being receptive to what I have to share. Thank you. I appreciate all of you for that. And so, if you have not already, be sure to register for my masterclass. This upcoming Saturday. It's a free virtual masterclass, okay? So you ain't got to pay nothing, all right? It's a free masterclass. And if you register, you earn yourself a slot in our raffle, right? And so I'm gifting three $20 gift cards, Amazon gift cards to registrants of the survey. So get yourself registered, okay? Thank you for dropping that link, Danny. Get yourself registered so you can get in that raffle and get yourself a $20 Amazon gift card. You can find everything on Amazon. We know that, okay? All right. So registration is open. The class is this Saturday from 12 to 2. We're talking about what it looks like to make the shift, the secret to making the shift from surviving to thriving. So we're going to be talking about what it looks like to live in survival mode. We don't even know we're living in survival mode. What it looks like to live in survival mode in our relationships, in our career, in our businesses, and also what it looks like to be in survival mode and the effects it has on our health. I'm going to be talking with you all about how we're unintentionally, unknowingly co-creating our suffering, co-creating our pain and suffering by giving our power away. I'm sharing with you all the 4 ways that we often give our power away. And lastly, I'm going to share with you my 4-step process to support you with making the shift from surviving to thriving. Okay, so we're going to walk through my flow method, that 4-step process, so you can make the shift from surviving to thriving. Own your power, the power that resides in you, right? The power that you have, so you can intentionally create the life that you deserve, intentionally create the relationships that you deserve, intentionally create that business, okay? Create that optimal health, right? So you can use your power, the power that you have as a creator to live your life to the fullest, okay? All right, so be sure to register and to be entered. Be sure to register and you'll be entered into the raffle to win a $20 Amazon gift card. 3 lucky winners will win an Amazon gift card. All right. And so until we meet again, powerful women of abundance, it is always a pleasure to connect with you all and share this space with you all every Wednesday at 7:45. Love and Light with Lou. Until we meet again, until I see you all on Saturday, you all be well.